There are so many awaited aircraft in War Thunder, and in this video we're going to be covering probably my favorite one that isn't in the game yet, and that is the A4M Skyhawk II. Real quick, before we dive too far into this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Even if you think you subscribed, double check, because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you. Only about 9% of my current viewers are subscribed, and it really helps out the content, helps out the channel, and means the world to me. We're getting kind of close to 5,000 subscribers, and I'd love to hit it by the end of the month. Now, the A4M Skyhawk II is obviously a pretty heavily modified A4. Now, the A4M was a dedicated Marine version, so it was not used by the Navy, and it was an aircraft that was made with improved avionics, the more powerful J52 P408 engine with 11,200 pounds thrust. It has the enlarged cockpit, the identification friend or foe system, and then it was later fitted with the Hughes AN ASB-19 angle rate bombing system, or ARBS, which made it the best cast aircraft in service at the time, and for actually a very long time. It was a very impressive system. It allowed dedicated close air support by the Marines, and it was a very important aircraft. Now, as you guys might not know, the A4N, which is or the AYIT, as it is called, as its nickname, is an A4N. What this is a modified A4M that was sent to Israel. So the A4N actually is very similar to what we would have in the A4M. They have very similar weapon systems. The Marines A4M would get a couple other nicer weapons and probably be a bit higher of a BR. So the A4M for the Marines could carry, obviously, things like the Zuni. It had the same internal 20mm Colt cannons. It could carry Mark 80, Mark 82, Mark 83, and Mark 84 bombs, which are those 500, 1,000, and 2,000 pound bombs. It could carry the Mark 82 Snake Eye, which is those drag reduction, high fin drag for low altitude drop bombs. And then, obviously, it could carry, like the A4N, the AGM-65, it could carry the C, and it could carry the E, which is the laser variant, which is the same variant we have on things like the F-18 Premiums. So, the aircraft itself is pretty advanced in terms of its weapons. It also could carry the AGM-62 Walleye TV-guided glide bomb, and the AGM-84 Shrike, which is an anti-radiation missile. So the A4M is full of crazy cool weapons. And then on top of that, also the laser-guided Pavoy series bombs. So that right there makes this probably one of the coolest cast aircraft we could have in the game. The thing for me, balancing-wise, for ground RB is, what BR do you even put this thing at? It'd be very similar to the A10s, in my opinion, because it's obviously, you know, subsonic, but it's a very capable platform. So you can't just put it at a lower BR because it's subsonic, but you have to also keep in mind you can't put it in, you know, crazy high BRs because it is subsonic, but it carries okay weapons. It only has the 5 weapon slots, however, so obviously that might reduce its BR. You could be limited to carrying like 1 air-to-air missile, AGM-65s on another rack, and then like GBUs. So it probably would sit somewhere around maybe 10.3, maybe 10.7 at the highest. I could see it at maybe 10.0, 10.3 would be probably the best place for it. Just would depend on how it's used and what guys you think. If it gets the AGM-65 E, it would have to be a little bit higher. Now, in terms of air-to-air missiles, this is where it gets even more fun. If you guys do not already know, we have a couple A4s in the U.S. tank tree. We have the A4E and we have the A4C, or A4B. And those are both fun. The issue is, both are left with the AIM-9 Bravo, which is fine, but when you have the A8, which has the AIM-9D, and the Shafir II, obviously you're going to want to have slightly better munitions for a modified A4, which the A4M does. The A4M operated the AIM-9 Bravo, the Delta, the Golf, the Hotel, and the Lima. So the AIM-9B, D, G, H, and L. Obviously, if you guys know air-to-air missiles, the AIM-9L is an all-aspect, pretty decent air-to-air missile. Now, I would imagine, once again, the A4M would be limited to carrying 4 of them, but Gaijin could also do what they've done with the A4N, or the AYIT, which is limit the amount of AIM-9Ds it can carry. So the AIM-9D is the most capable missile on the A4N, but you can only carry 2 of them. You're forced to carry Shiftier 2s on the other rack. Gaijin could do the exact same thing with the A4M. Personally, I would rather them just put it 0.3 or 0.4 higher and let it carry 4 AIM-9Ls. We have a lot of subsonic aircraft in the game that sit at 10.3 or 10.7 that carry 4 all-aspect IR air-to-air missiles. You know, the A-10, the Alpha Jet TH, the premium, the new premium for Japan that was added a while back. You guys know what I'm talking about. The subsonic twin engine thing, the AMX A1 even. There's a lot of aircraft that have all aspect IR air-to-air missiles at a lower BR. So it's not necessarily a massive hindrance for an A4M to be sitting at 10.3 or 10.7 with 4 AIM-9Ls. Now, another thing is Gaijin could technically add the A4M at a bit of a higher BR. The A4M was capable of carrying electronic countermeasures. As we've seen, Gaijin's tested ECM on the B-52 and Tu-95 during the recent events, so it's a very real possibility they could decide to just test it out again in actual, War Thunder battles with the A4M, which would be pretty cool. Now, I do want to know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments on the A4M. This is, like I said, my favorite aircraft that is currently not in War Thunder. I cannot wait for it to arrive to the game. I think it's a beautiful plane. I want to know what your thoughts are. Let me know when you guys think we should see it, what BR we could see it at, and let me know what down below what other vehicles you guys want me to see, make content on. Whatever you want to see, I can probably make it happen. Please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys are interested in looking for a War Thunder squadron or a Discord that's centered around like War Thunder, feel free to join mine. It's linked down below in the description. Hopefully, I will see you guys there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.